I didn't come from any religious background. Religion for me was just something, singing in school, a hymn, and the Bibles with that chalky sort of paper that used to turn you right off, and that was it. But I began to look at other ideas and philosophies I'd never come across. Through a long process, came upon this person, Jesus, who said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. I'm the bread of life. I'm the light of the world." And these amazing statements just connected with me on a very deep level. And a long process took place where eventually I gave myself over lock, stock, and barrel to be a follower of Jesus. Of course, you think you've given yourself over lock, stock, and barrel. Little do you know, it's the start of a journey. It's walking into the wardrobe C.S. Lewis wrote about. It's walking past that thin membrane of something into another dimension that we begin to realize the ground is somewhat different from the ground that we were treading on, but we don't know the surroundings completely because this is new territory. It's a new land. It's a narrow gate by which we're taking this journey. And it's got a completely different way of seeing things and understanding life. So I became a follower of Jesus. I don't know about you, but over in England, you know, this term, I became a Christian, represents so much religious stuff, doesn't it? I became a follower of Jesus. I guess you could say I opened myself up and allowed Jesus to live out his life in me. But more of that later. I began to walk into this other dimension. And alongside this realization that I knew I belonged to knowing a Heavenly Father, I started to go to my local church. My goodness me, I couldn't doubt the sentiments of the songs, but the musical styles left me cold because I couldn't connect and relate to some of these religious words. But maybe I can understand now, but this was all new stuff. So I went home and asked my dad for a guitar. Well, he had one underneath the stairs. That's where you keep everything in England. Boxing gloves, the table tennis rackets, the snooker table, the dartboard. We love darts in England. Have you got into that yet? There was an old guitar. Nailed the back on. Because there was no back on it. Seen a picture of Elvis Presley with a black one, so we painted it black. About the worst thing you can do. Tried to put the strings on. You ever been to a music shop when you don't know anything about music? It's so intimidating. Got some strings, tried to put them on. And I used to just sit up in my room, not knowing any songs, playing 3 chords, D, A, and G. When I felt joyful, I played them fast. When I felt mellow, depressed, I played them slow. Then you discover E minor, it makes you feel really spiritual. I didn't know very much, but I used to just sit playing to God, a God that I'd come to know, and yet I knew there was so much to know more about him. And out of that, and those early beginnings, I began to write my very first songs. In fact, my very first song was something that was kind of downloaded into my life. There were lots of things going wrong in my own family life. There were a group of 9 of us going around together, 5 fellas and 4 girls, and the 4 girls decided to get married to my 4 friends. That left me the odd one out. Didn't know the end of the story. I mean, Pat, of course, you always think, you know, this is your friend's life. But there were other things going on in my own family life, but I knew I'd found a Heavenly Father who cared. That was it. And I sat up in my room and just played out some chords to God. I went to our midweek meeting in our little home group that we had, and I played it to my friend Nick, who I guess was a kind of spiritual mentor to me in those days. And I played him this song, fumbling the chords with my guitar. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Yeah, it's great. Play it tonight in our meeting." So very nervously I played it. Before long, it was kind of touching all people in all sorts of groups and places and situations and churches across across our land in the United Kingdom, and became a song that was sung across the world, apart from in America, I might add. It became, I guess, a song that both celebrated something that so many people can identify with, but also I needed something like that to begin me on my journey of becoming a songwriter. Some massive kind of encouragement to do it in that way. And in spite of me, as Steve was saying, in spite of me, this song broke out. I'll just play it to you once through so you at least know what the song is. But it's about knowing God's love. Abba Father, let me be yours and yours alone. May my will forever be evermore your own. Never let my heart grow cold. Never let me go. Abba Father, let me be yours and yours alone. Yours and yours alone. Okay, so that was Abba Father.